Hello everyone, I am Liana with Music Academy International Inc. I am a classical pianist, and in today's tutorial we're gonna talk about reading or memorizing. Okay, welcome to all of you, welcome to my new subscribers, and welcome to almost 1,000 subscribers. Finally get the mark of 1,000 subscribers here, and I'm very pleased to have you here, and thank you from the bottom of my life, of my heart, that you are here with me. Alright, so in today's tutorial we're gonna talk nicely chat about reading or memorizing. Which one is it? So today talk, it's not a news report. So if you don't have patience to wait for me to really understand what's happening, just don't listen, right? But this tutorial is definitely, it's a chat with you, and I would like to have your opinion after you listening all the way to the end to understand, for a better understanding of what I'm talking about. And please leave me your comments about this subject, reading or memorizing. This is again a chat for you, mostly adults, that some they don't memorize, or some they just memorizing and we don't know how and so, right? So in my personal understanding, it's necessarily reading and memorizing as well. I'm not talking here about sight reading at all. I'm talking about when you really want to learn a piece and then have it in your repertoire and then give it to the people or to your audience and so on and so forth. I'm talking about real memorizing, and I'm not talking about about ear, playing by ear. Even though memorization, it has connections with playing by ear. So let's get started. When you first learn a piece, right, you pick that piece because you really like it. You heard it from somewhere else and you want to learn it. So definitely the reading, sight reading in the beginning, and then the reading part of the process, it's a must. Now you read, you become comfortable. I did explain in other videos the process of how to learn a piece, so I'm not going to stay into the reading part, right? I'm going to go straight to the memorization. Usually, after you know the piece, reading it, I'm talking reading it, and you already know the right hand, you already know the left hand, you put it together, and right now you're working on the technicality of it, right? The next step that you should look forward and start it right away, it's the memorization. So why you need to memorize, okay? Majority of the adults, they don't want to memorize. Believe me, I had so many adults, they do not want to memorize for some reason, and this is my explanation why. When they are kids, I don't know, they use their intuition, and because the brain is not that developed, right, they memorize it right away. Busy adults right now, you finally, you learn the notes, and you're reading it very well, and then in the moment when you want to memorize, everybody's freaking out. First of all, because the piece, when you start memorizing on it, the piece, it will go, it will not sound well, you will gonna go more mistakes, and you will not like it, you will feel like you go backwards instead of moving on and learn better the song. And they are terrified of memorizing. That's why even the process of memorization is a skill, another skill. As I was talking before about the skill of sight reading. Has nothing to do with the skill of playing, and has a little bit to do, but not much, with the skill of memorization. So when we are adults, we do rely on our memory, and not on our memory, on our brain, right? And we really don't want to memorize. I don't know, I think the memory, we have so much information and we don't want to add on, So usually adults, they are definitely terrified of memorization. But from my point of view, memorization is going to help you a lot. So let's talk about why it's going to help you, and not how, I'm not talking how to memorize. So we do know that after 56 years, we can have, a kind of dementia or Alzheimer. This is going to work your brain to be sharp. The brain is like a muscle, in my point of view, in which, yeah, I'm laughing because, so many people at 60 years old, they start learning a new language, like Japanese or Spanish or whatever. Why did they want to learn it? Because they want to keep their brain in shape, right? So this would be the side effect of memorization. From the point of view of playing, when you memorize, actually you take the information from the music and put it into the piano. So that means, after you really memorize a song, finally the song or the piece, it's it's embodied in your being. And you can, at that moment in time, the technique comes faster, comes better, comes buttery, comes lighter. You will have more confidence, and the interpretation of the piece is going to become way better because your brain is not thinking of the notes of the reading. You're actually embody the song, and you're going to just start reaching that level of being being close to the divine, I would call it, a musicianship. And that piece is becoming better and better, like wine. You hold it there, the wine, more expensive it is because it's been staying for longer time there, and everything is becoming better and better. Right now, every adult has a different skill. If you never memorize, I do have another video, as I said, in my playlist, about memorization, and I'm telling you step by step how to memorize. Here I'm just touching slightly, meaning that you take 4 measures at a time. You learn the right hand, you learn the left hand, and then you just memorize 4 measures at a time. So you're not memorizing from the beginning to the end. So how to memorize, it's totally another video that you will have it in the playlist. Here I'm gonna talk about how different everyone is, meaning some people, they're memorizing a lot by ear, and here goes your intuition, and they're looking by where is the pitch, and they're going, oh, it's gotta be this note or that note, and that it's kind of me. The right hand, I'm always memorizing by ear. It just goes by itself, right? Some people, they're very strong in their visual memorization, so they visualize where they are, into the book, and then they're just picture, and then they memorize. On the same time, you can memorize by position of the hands. Some people, including me, I'm imagining hills and triangles and U-turns and flowers and I don't know, all kind of different situation, depends of whatever song it is. Some people, they're very good, especially men, in learning the theory. Men, they're awesome. They love the theory. I like the theory. It's good. You must know the theory. But I'm more like intuitive person, and I definitely know my theory after 40 years or 50 years of theory, But some, they're very good in theory, and they're memorizing by chords. And okay, so the point is, everyone has their system, and a combination of everything. It's definitely important for you in the process of memorization, So, sometimes I memorize, again, I'm memorizing by ear a lot. I'm memorizing by the chords of theory, and then I'm visual on the same time where I'm in the page. I'm on the page 1, page 2, it's about here. So anytime I can open the book and say, oh, it's this measure that it's messing me up, and I need to do it again and again. So, so again, to end kind of this little chat here, I hope I did not talk too much, but I hope it was enlightened for you to understand that, reading skill, it's very important. Sight reading, it's another one. Reading, practicing, it's another skill. And then as fast is you know the song by ear, meaning that you anticipate at least a measure in advance in your internal ear what it's coming. Then it's time to start memorization, and this process of memorizing. And then while you're memorizing, you can work on the technicality, you can work on the voicing, on the interpretation of the touch of whatever it is, and you memorize and so I'm not going to repeat again. You have another video over there, and I do hope that this helps to you because it's a very controversial. I'm going to add something else, even though I'm chatty. Some people are saying, oh my gosh, she's talking too much. And some actually they're learning from examples. Yeah, I did have another student, that she was an adult, obviously, and she's been playing when she was little, came back, whatever, So she was at the level to actually play Bach, 3 voice inversions, or a good sonata, not a hard sonata, but a good hard sonata, good sonata, not sonatina, but not a hard one either. And she never memorized. And I told her, memorize. Nope. And the difficulty and the speed, it starts getting in the way. She wanted to play faster and it could not go because you can't read and play fast at the same time because you can't. It's too much. So finally she started memorizing and she said, oh my God, it's so much easier. After me saying for at least a year, you gotta start memorizing. And she was like, nah, not big deal, I can do it. No, not big deal, I can do it. So finally she said, oh my God, I didn't know it's so much easier. I'm like, I don't like to say I told you so. Starting at that moment, she's in about my age, I'm not going to say my age. Starting from that moment, I'm telling you, as soon as she learns the song, she starts memorizing right away. And her brain is right now, sharp and going fast, and we're moving even faster than before. Another example, another adult, right? She was just reading and like, you gotta start memorizing. She didn't want to memorize at all, right? And then what I did to force her into memorizing, I did a piece without letting her read. I said, you gonna mimic me? I don't like to do that, but I did it, So she she needed to look very careful to me so she would know what to practice for next time. The process was, I'm telling you, like in a month, she only did like probably 2 lines. She couldn't memorize it. I was like, okay, let's repeat again. Until I got her brain working, and she finally, we stayed on that piece for like, I don't know, 2 or 3 months, And meanwhile, on those 2-3 months, she did memorize about 5 pages, pushed and bitching about it. I'm sorry to say that, but guess what happened after that? She got the point, and then right now, every time we're doing a piece, she immediately is taking her eyes out of the book, and then she's like, oh, is this position? So right now she's memorizing mostly by position, by how the keys and the flowing of the hands goes, and she's very happy. I'm like, I didn't really realize how important is memorization, So everyone, again, it's different. I hope this helped. Again, thank you for being my subscriber. Don't forget to subscribe, right? Check my playlist because there are 280 videos by now, and it's very consistent. Everything that is there, it's really consistent. And if you'd like to support me and you like this video and stuff, maybe you can check my Patreon site. It's just $5 a month to support my work because it's not that easy what we're doing. So keep in touch. My next one, I'm going to talk about teaching. What is the skill of teaching? So stay tuned. It's coming right back, right away. And I'm practicing right now, and I will do very soon a tutorial about this beautiful nocturne. I love this nocturne. coming right soon. All right? Good. Thank you so much, and see you soon.